A community can receive many benefits from the urban forest. However, there are also costs associated with having a healthy urban forest. Estimates for tree costs in the United States range from $12.87 to $65 per tree. Working towards the common goal of managing the urban forest to maximize the benefits and minimize the costs helps communities grow and develop while maintaining a healthy environment for current and future generations. Cost-benefit research performed in Chicago indicates that a tree needs to live 9 to 18 years before the benefits outweigh the costs to a particular community. This should serve as an incentive to use sound establishment and maintenance techniques that will then extend the life of a tree. There are several things that can be done to help maximize the benefits and minimize the costs of an urban forest. The most important are selecting the proper tree for the site, using proper planting techniques, providing long-term maintenance, and monitoring and protecting the health of the tree. To learn more about management costs, click on the tabs to your left. The cost of planting depends on the species, size, site location, site preparation, and labor. Planting costs include purchasing the trees, their transport, site preparation, installation, and initial care. Research has shown that planting and establishing a tree often represents a large percentage of total cost. Usually, the larger the tree, the higher the planting cost. Many problems and future costs can be avoided by proper tree selection, site preparation, and planting techniques. All open-grown urban trees will require periodic pruning, but the frequency typically depends on the species, age of the tree, and location. Young trees need frequent pruning to develop a strong branching structure, and trees located near overhead utility lines or sidewalks need more frequent attention. Remember, choosing a species that is compatible with the site will help reduce both pruning frequency and related costs. In most locations, irrigation is needed to supplement rainwater during the establishment period of newly planted trees. The cost of installing the irrigation system and supplying water are part of the maintenance cost. Irrigation can keep the tree from being stressed during droughts. However, the soil moisture needs careful monitoring to prevent overwatering, which can also cause stress. Generally, species native to the area do not need irrigating after establishment if the soils and underlying hydrology have not been altered. Selecting a drought-tolerant species can also help reduce irrigation costs. There are times when trees will need to be treated for insects and disease. Costs of insect and disease control can be reduced by selecting a species that is resistant, planting a variety of species, matching species to the site, and proper planting techniques. Trees need to be removed in urban areas for many reasons. Hazardous trees, which are trees that have the potential to fail and hit a target, can cause injuries or death and damage personal property. A tree may also need to be removed if it is interfering with water and sewage pipes or utility lines. Many trees need to be removed because of storm damage. Usually, the larger the tree, the more it costs to remove. Remember, matching the growth habits of a tree to site conditions will increase its vitality and lifespan, and avoid untimely removal. As cities and communities continue to grow, homes are often being built in wooded areas adjacent to urban centers. These wildland-urban interfaces create the potential for wildfires, with a possibility of loss of life and property. Fire management involves fire prevention, fire suppression, and prescribed burning, using fire as a management tool, all of which cost money. Local ordinances can help ensure acceptable protection from naturally caused fires. The hazards of wildfires can be diminished by reducing dense vegetation and trees within 30 feet around homes and businesses, and by creating green space.